Greetings gastronauts, this is KeefCooks, I'm Keef, and today I'm going to do something simple, delicious and actually addictive. I'm going to make cheese crackers. Before I do that, quick shout out to my new Patreon fan, Finchley Boy Guildford. Yeah, thank you. Cheese crackers, I love them. I am actually addicted to these Jacob's cheddars, which I'm sure they're terribly unhealthy, but yeah, also irresistible. So they've got cheese element is dried powdered cheese 11%, of which cheddar 50%. So, you know, real cheese, I suppose. Oh, no artificial colours or flavours, so that's okay. But yeah, I get through a ridiculous amount of those and I need to stop. So I'm going to make my own and that'll fix the problem. If you enjoy this video, give it a like, share, subscribe, etc. And let's get on with it. Homemade cheese crackers. Ingredients for your crackers. There's only 4. How good is that? We've got 75 grams of plain all-purpose flour. We've got 150 grams of cheese, 25 grams of unsalted butter, and just enough cold water to make it all come together in a ball. So the cheese, use whatever you can get your hands on, as long as it's strong and cheesy, and a hard cheese, not a soft cheese. So I've actually got a mixture. These 2 chunks are mature cheddar. That is pecorino from the last time I did cacio e pepe. So that's good, because I'd completely forgotten I still had that lurking in the back of the fridge. I was actually looking for grana padano, which I know we've got. You could also use parmesan to give it a nice cheesy kick. It's up to you. Now, I read from that packet powdered cheese, and as I recall, last time I made this many moons ago, I did grate it with the regular grater, and it was hard to make the dough because of the size of the lumps of cheese in it. So I'm using this very fine grater, and it's going to take a while, I think. So I'll come back later. There we go, nice finely grated cheese. I expect you can buy, well, I know you can buy ready grated cheese. I don't know if you can get it that fine, and I would worry about the quality of the material that they've used. Now the next thing, we want to rub butter into the flour. I'm going to have a go at grating this, or you know, you can cut it into small lumps, but this seems to be working. It's been in the freezer for a bit. Okay, and then just rub it into the flour with your fingertips, and you'll end up with something that's the texture of coarse breadcrumbs. You don't need to add any salt to this because there's plenty in the cheese. There we go, nice crummy mixture, and now we'll stir the cheese into that. I'll spend a bit of time getting this thoroughly mixed. You don't want big clumps of cheese and big clumps of flour. Alright, and now just add a bit of water and stir that in. Add a bit more. Want to be very careful not to add too much, because once it's in you can't get it out, although you could add more flour if you really messed it up. This is almost there. Now I'm going to wrap that in plastic film and stick it in the fridge to rest for half an hour. Right, the dough has had a rest, and so now we'll get on with actually making the crackers. So I'm going to do it in the big oven because I'm going to need a lot of, well, space basically. So I've got 2 baking sheets, and I'm going to line them with greaseproof paper. So just put a dab of butter in each corner. And press the paper down onto it, and that will hold it in place. The other thing I do is, even though this is meant to be non-stick paper, it really isn't. So I'm just going to sprinkle it with a layer of rice flour. You could also use semolina or that other stuff, polenta. And the reason for using this rather than regular flour is that this won't stick to the dough. Now I've got some cookie cutters. I've got a square one and a round one, and they're both about, you know, 5 centimeters, 2 inches across. I've also got a whopping great rolling pin. So sprinkle some flour on your worktop, take half the dough and roll it out as thinly as you can. Right, it's quite delicate, so you probably won't be able to roll out a huge sheet. But so just do a bit at a time. Grab your cutter and cut them. And actually, you also want to make holes in them, 5 holes in the square ones, 1 near each corner and 1 in the middle, and that'll stop them puffing up too much. And place that on your prepared baking sheet. Okay, there we have 30 square ones. And now I'll see how many round ones I can do. Okay, got some round ones going on. I don't know if that tray is going to be big enough for all of the round ones that I can make. We might have to bake them in 2 batches. Okay, here's the last 2 that I have room for. This tray is a little bit smaller than the other one. Now you need to preheat your oven to 210 degrees Celsius. If it's a fan oven, a convection oven, or that thing there, what's it called? An air fryer oven, and that's 230 for a conventional oven, and then it's gas 8. So we'll whack these in for 6 minutes, and then because we've got 2 shelves worth, I'll swap them over, maybe. We'll see how it goes, and give it another 6 minutes, and that should do it. So we've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 round crackers. Right, we've had our swap over and extra 6 minutes, so let's see how it's doing. Oh, it actually smells like it's burning. Whoa! Yeah, that's because it very nearly is. Right, need to get these on a cooling rack. Pretty quickly. Ow, they're hot. They're still hot. Okay, let those cool down and we'll do a taste test. And for once, it doesn't matter that the food is stone cold when the taste test happens, because it's meant to be. Okay peeps, taste test time. This is my pile of cheese crackers. Not as many as there were a few minutes ago, because they are just absolutely incredibly Moorish. Crunchy and cheesy, like they're meant to be. Absolutely fantastic. In theory, they'll last for a few days in an airtight container. But you know, and I know, they're not going to get the chance, because this lot will be scoffed before this day is out. Anyway, make them. They're brilliant, they're easy, and cheap. So, thanks for watching, and see you next time.